Badgers making the most out of a bonus exhibition game. They get to play it here at the Kohl Center again with fans. This game, proceeds going to Team Rubicon. Hi, everyone. Welcome inside the Kohl Center with Matt LePay. I'm Chris Hall, Wisconsin Athletics. Matt, I asked you back in the red and white scrimmage what stood out there. We didn't really get a chance to see kind of a starting five and somewhat of a rotation. Tonight we did, and maybe a glimpse of what could be the beginning of the season for Greg Gard.
Yeah, the same five tonight is what they had in their secret scrimmage, air quotes, secret scrimmage against Missouri, where you have Dimitri Trice along with Brevin Fritzl. You have Andy Van Vliet in that starting lineup. You knew Ethan Happ would be. You just wanted to see who he would be surrounded by, Iverson and then Van Vliet. So it was interesting to see. It's all subject to change, but it looks like for now, however long now is going to be here, if it's one game, 2 games, or whatever, that's the five he's going to run out there to begin the game. And it's an intriguing group. Van Vliet can stretch defenses. Khalil Iverson maybe showing signs of his game evolving. It's a pretty interesting looking lineup right now.
Yeah, Khalil Iverson knocked down a couple threes there in the first half. And also coming out of red-white, you really like to see how the freshmen went out there and played and went up against, with the lights on here in the Kohl Center. Tonight they do it against another team, kind of that next test. I think Kobe King likes to get that ball, likes to go score.
You look at rotations, and Greg Gard has said, and it can always fluctuate game to game, but a 9-man rotation is interesting. First 2 guys off the bench were Brad Davison and Kobe King. We mentioned this after the red-white scrimmage, where a guy like King and Brad as well, they're not built like your typical freshman. And when Northern Iowa got off to the great start, 10-2. Badgers came off the canvas pretty quickly, and Kobe King had a lot to do with that, with those 10 points in the first half. Looks like he belongs. I think he's making as early a statement as you can make that the Badgers are fortunate to have those guys here.
What about the energy? There's a different kind of vibe with this group, and I think it's something that the fans are paying attention to here in the early goings. They don't know the guys very well. There's a different energy with this group, isn't there?
There is. There's so many minutes to compete for right now. You think without Vito Brown and Nigel Hayes and Showalter and Koenig and Jordan Hill, but especially the 4 starters, that's a lot of minutes that are up for grabs right now. And not just the 5 who begin the game. King, Davison, Iverson, all those guys, Charlie Thomas, they're battling to earn minutes. And even notice this, Chris, in the summer, I had a chance to watch these guys practice before they went overseas. A lot of talking on the floor, in a good way, where you're helping each other. Here's the screen, watch for this, watch for that. A lot of guys who are very young, but they're talking the way veterans do. And that's an encouraging sign as they get ready for this season.
Yeah, certainly is, where a lot of guys are looking for minutes and hoping to kind of figure out how they're going to play this year and what their role is going to be for Greg Gard and the Badgers. The Badgers will be back here on Sunday night. Until then, we're going to go to Indiana for a football game. Matt, thanks so much for your time. For Wisconsin Athletics, I'm Chris Hall.